What is up, Watch fam? Happy Monday, and welcome to Rant&H. I am Christian from Theo and Harris, and today we're going to dive into Tudor's latest sponsor, Lady Gaga. All right, before we dive into Lady Gaga, we'll do a quick wristwatch check. I am wearing a tremendous Rolex Datejust with a white Buckley dial. Two-tone, matching yellow gold bezel and crown. Two-tone was out for like a lot of years, but I think it's back, and rightfully so. I mean, yeah, there were some really ugly two-tone watches, but I don't think the combination is so, fettered to the past of American Psycho anymore. So that makes me very happy. Okay, so let's jump into the topic at hand today. Tudor's most recent ambassador is Lady Gaga. So I want to jump into why Lady Gaga. What does that mean? How do their brands complement each other? And then what I think Tudor should do moving forward. Okay, so why Lady Gaga? I'm taking a guess here, a shot in the dark, that she's one of the most influential and iconic, performers in the last 10 years. Lady Gaga is an absolute, monster. 6 Grammys, countless nominations for other things across the world. I mean, she founded one of the biggest movements in music, one of the biggest social movements in music in my lifetime. And I know that's not very long. It's only 22 years, and there have been more influential artists in the past. But still, this whole promotion of social justice through her songs made her not only a very popular, artist, but a very meaningful one, probably a very thoughtful one. So good for Lady Gaga. I think she's a little bit ridiculous with the meat dress and all that stuff. But from what I do understand, especially from the Howard Stern show, she seems like a really cool person, actually. Kind of, a really down-to-earth girl. But doesn't matter. Bottom line is Lady Gaga is one of the biggest, music icons living. And Tudor naturally wants to associate their brand with people with the kind of outreach Lady Gaga has. So Tudor, so far, so good. You're going for big impact people, which obviously shows that you've got a nice little marketing budget. So good start. Moving forward, now that you've announced it, now that you've explored this, partnership with Lady Gaga, the way that Tudor has tried to, loop their brands together, to me, seems disjointed. Tudor seems to tell the narrative of Lady Gaga, rejecting the status quo, and really explaining what I just explained. Like I said, rejecting the status quo, being this catalyst for change and doing things differently. So I get that. I mean, they're right about everything they say about her. But to me, it's funny how they loop themselves into it. And by funny, I mean disingenuous. And by disingenuous, personally as a consumer, think stupid. Tudor, ask yourself the question, how are you, rejecting the status quo? You've made the same watch in how many colors? Tudor kind of at this point is the definition of the status quo. And I have no problem with that. Like, I actually am a huge fan of Tudor. I think that Tudor, can and will go on to be one of the greatest, most wide-reaching brands out there. They've got tremendous legs. So good for Tudor. I wish them the best, and I think they will achieve the best. But what about introducing the Black Bay in 6 different colors is rejecting the status quo? And I'm not just like pulling out one of your lines, like pick another one. Did the Ranger reject the status quo? It's just a bigger Explorer. Once again, I like the watch, but don't tell me that that's any sort of rejection of, normality. That's any sort of originality. It's just not. What, do you think that their dress line, these Prince Oysters, whatever they call them, you think that rejects, the status quo? I mean, these are the most cookie-cutter watches. I mean, and no offense to anyone who owns one, congratulations, I hope you love it. But don't tell me that there's any innovation in it. Tell me there's an ounce of challenging what is normal. Don't pull that on me. It's just, you make me, as Michael Corleone would say, you're insulting my intelligence, Carlo. So to me, that integration is a total miss. Again, I love the idea of it. I'm not this enormous Lady Gaga fan, but I completely see her insane value socially to Tudor. But I think that they've got a lot of work here to do on the actual campaigning. I don't think that putting celebrities on your brand is a bad practice at all. But I think that if that's all you're doing, putting their faces on your brand, that is bad practice. So I really would love to see them partner with Lady Gaga in more than just a photo shoot to really kind of, convince people, because again, we're not stupid, that Tudor and Lady Gaga have some sort of a real connection. I don't mean that they're best friends and Lady Gaga wouldn't leave her house without a Tudor, but for some sort of connection, out of self-respect and respect for your competency as a marketer. All right. So that's it. Ball is in your court, Tudor. You've got years, decades of marketing ahead and partnerships with Lady Gaga and equally, if not more famous people, I'm sure, in the pipeline. So I'm really, really rooting for you guys. That's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget to check out the watches in the watch shop at theoharris.com tomorrow. And please like this video if you liked my thoughts at all. See you guys tomorrow.